Hello and good evening and welcome. You can already tell that Freya's in one of those moods today. She wants to be part of everything. So welcome to Destiny's Dispatch. And tonight we're not only celebrating Untold Destiny, but we're also celebrating our wedding anniversary. Well, sort of. It's in 2 days' time. But it's our wedding
It's close
anniversary
enough.
stream,
Close
isn't
enough.
it?
Yes, it is 39 years.
29 years.
29
Stop
years.
aging me that
Sorry,
much.
I've been role-playing 39. 29 years. Oh, God, my brain's all over the place. I've been doing monster stats and all sorts today. It's been quite a good day. Oh, Paladin, Steve. Oh, hang on.
We got Vix. We got Vix.
I know. Do you want to do
Vix.
the welcome of the chat before we move on?
Yes, I'm going to do that before I waffle on. We have got an absolute packed stream for you guys tonight. Not only are we going to be doing a little bit of reminiscing, but not too much, but we're also going to be sharing with you some amazing art, some amazing monsters, and talking a little bit about the future. Because what better way to celebrate the present than to look forward? So first of all, let's have a look who we've got in the chat. Oh, we have Cam. Look at that.
Hello, Cam.
Thank you very much, Cam.
Thank you.
And we have AGP.
It's good to have you in the chat, AGP. Hope everything's fine with you.
Yeah, we haven't seen you around for a while. I take it you've been really busy. I believe you've been really busy. And yes, look, it's no other than Cyrus. Lovely. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Cyrus, if ever you need someone to go Overwatch and to protect your back, Cyrus is the guy. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Have we got Eric?
And Eric, great to see. And you're on holiday.
I know.
Oh, I'm very jealous.
It does. It sounds amazing.
Oh, our anniversary, wasn't it? It was 3 days in West Wales.
It was our honeymoon was 3 days in West Wales, and we loved it. We had a little hire car. We were both kind of students. Vicky was on a year out, but you know what? We were together. That's all that mattered, and we had an amazing time. Yes.
We have a Jeffrem Denker.
Hiya, Jeffrem.
Look, we got a Foxy Vixen.
Oh,
Yay!
Foxy, thank you.
He loves it. Oh, look, Eric's going to show up twice because we've pinned him twice.
Oh, so. Hello. Yes.
And look, we have a rarity. There is a brass drake.
We've been visited by the brass drake. Oh.
I don't know how the brass drake will cope with golems.
I don't know, but that is a good omen.
And we also have Sir the Lost Law Scholar.
We do.
Nice to have you in the chat. Have I missed anyone? Don't think I have. Excellent.
No, everything's done. Brilliant.
So thank you for joining us today. And I'm going to start off taking you back to a time before, a time where Dean didn't have a beard.
Was there such a time?
Yes, there was such a time. There was. We're not counting the time where you did that beard that turned you into Grizzly Adams.
Oh, the very unkept beard. Yes, no, we shall not talk about that. But look at that.
He didn't. Doesn't he scrub up well?
What I'm going to do is just do that. There we go. And yes, Vicky looking ravishing as normal.
Skinnier then.
We were both a bit skinnier then.
No, I think you're skinnier now.
Are you right? Actually, I think I have. Since having my gallbladder out, I've lost a stone.
Whereas I've
anyway,
grown in areas. Yes, definitely more sideways. But I don't care. You know what? That was a great time. That was one of the balls we went to. I think around 2008.
I think it was. It was around about that time.
Yeah. That's about
dapper in a tux.
Yes, you did. We enjoyed that. It was good fun.
Your dress was magnificent.
It was. I haven't got that dress anymore.
No.
But yes, that was. So there we go. That is times past. Now I would have shared with you some wedding photos apart from the wedding albums in the lockup. and I
I
can't
know.
remember where I scanned them all. So, you know, I got to share that one. That's a good
Oh,
comment.
yes,
I love
Lost
that.
Law 13. Were you 13? We were drinking. I would say
We were
you weren't
drinking.
drinking, but I don't know what age you started drinking, and 13 is probably not too young. Yes.
Yeah, not all of us are as good as you, Dean.
I know.
Dean was in his 20s before he had a drink.
I was a good churchgoer. We didn't drink, you know.
Yeah, and then you met me.
I was drinking before I met you.
not far before.
No. We took it to another level. We did.
You know something? You're just doing this to make me feel old, Jack. Really. Cut it out. Look, we have a Paladin Steve. I didn't put a Paladin Steve in my pins.
Oh, and we've got a Bad News Bards.
And a bad news bards.
Oh, Paladin Steve, good to have you in the chat.
Yeah, 2008, we'd been married for how long by that? Oh, I don't know. When did we get married? 1997, we got married.
97, yeah.
Oh, gosh, good years.
They were.
They were. We got married. We got married on a Wednesday. We got married in a really big church in
Massive.
Barry.
Beautiful.
Yes, beautiful church. We pass it now whenever we pop down. We've got a Michael.
We got a Michael.
Yay. And it was so funny because we had this giant church. We had 30 people at the wedding, and our mates decided to sit at the back of the church. So all the family were at the front, and all our mates were like naughty school kids who ignored the ushers and all sat at the back of the church. So yeah, that was fun, and it was a lovely day, wasn't it?
It was. Apparently, we did call out Paladin Steve earlier. So two calls out Paladin Steve. That's how special you are. Totally
special.
Yes.
But yeah, we had quite a laugh. We then went to the Egerton Grey Hotel for our reception, didn't we, Dean?
We did.
And then we went back to Mum and Dad's house, and all our mates went nightclubbing and left us at home.
Yes. I do apologise. That's. Oh, sorry. Right. I got Lily just walking all over me here. There we go.
Look, at least settled. My baby's been good.
Yes. Yes, it was wonderful. So before we make everybody, vomit from the gushiness that...
Oh, we're allowed a bit of gushiness. We went out today. We had chips. I had fish and chips. That was my present.
You'd been staining it the day before. Oh, I hope it was dry. But that sounds wonderful.
Oh, that does sound wonderful. Yeah, you know something. It was really nice. I was still jealous that all our mates went nightclubbing. It was a good giggle though, wasn't it?
It was, and yeah, we were exhausted afterwards as well. We went back to the hotel, and then we
went to sleep because exhausted. We were knackered.
I know. It was fantastic. But anyway, before we make everybody very ill from our gushy and what have we got tonight?
What have we got tonight? Well, I do believe we are going to be talking a little bit about some brand new creatures that you dreamt up this one day, and poor Lewis had to draw.
He did.
He did. And poor me had to describe for poor Lewis to draw.
I know. It was great.
Oh, this is Freya. This is Freya on here. Which one was yours, Dean? Was yours Lily?
I've got Lily. I've got Lily.
Ow. Yes, I got a Freya. This is HR. This is HR. She's making sure I behave. Yes, sorry. I will snuggle. So, yes, this is Freya, and Dean's got Lily, and they've been very naughtily angry with us because we put them downstairs so we could air out upstairs a bit, so it would be a bit cooler. And because we shut the door downstairs, we got into trouble, didn't we? We've both been put on report.
There we go.
Oh, look. Did Vicky have to translate from Dean to English?
Yes.
The one little tale I will tell you about the actual wedding ceremony is none of our friends knew Dean's second name.
No.
So when they called out Dean's second name, all you heard was the whole of our friends laughing, because we had more friends there than family, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
And all you heard was were our friends sniggering like naughty school children. But that was good fun.
It was
So
good
yes,
fun. Yes.
So yes, we are going to be introducing you to some new creatures today. We are also going to be sharing with you a sneak peek of a piece of art by Paddy. So yeah, George is marketing. Yeah, totally right, Paladin.
No. Right, hang on. There we go.
Is she destroying
Sorry
everything?
about that. Yes, she's destroying everything. Right.
Like all women do.
So yes, we're going to be sharing a sneak peek at some art that Paddy's doing, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Yeah,
creatures, which means I actually need to share the right buttons, don't I?
Yes.
Need to do a replace and a window and a thingy blob. Then that button there. No, you're going to have to guess again, Michael. In fact, if someone guesses Dean's middle name by the end of the stream, then they get to work with us to create a new creature. I'm trying. I'm just pressing the wrong buttons. We're not going to tell anyone.
Come on.
I'm doing it.
There we go.
Golems. We're talking about golems today, aren't we, Dean?
We are. We're talking about the amazing creation of golems and how they plague the world of Untold Destiny and Kaseya. Yes, we're not thinking now golems as in the traditional sort of iron golem and earth golems and stuff like that. These are a callback to how golems were originally created in mythology, stitched together, because something like Frankenstein is considered a golem. A vessel brought to life by the binding of a spirit within. And yes, we have got several types of golems, and they're ferociously, really hard and dangerous, and normally arrive in numbers.
Yeah, so this one, Dean, is the first one that we're showing, which is the Brachus golem. I also think Dean likes to name things in a way that makes it absolutely impossible for me to pronounce on stream. You think this one's bad? You wait till you get to some of the later ones that we're going to be showing you. But this is the Brachus golem, and yeah, I don't particularly want to come face to face with this creature, Dean.
No, you don't. You don't. And yeah, look at those massive legs. It's got this kind of fleshy, armored, bone-ridden hide. A huge hand. Now, this huge hand, when it swipes down and attacks you, it can just lift you up and begin to crush the life out of you.
Oh, Michael's getting close. Is there a H? It's very exciting.
Is it Percy? No, Jeffrem, it's not Percy, thankfully.
And it's not Alexandria, Michelle, or Wilfred either.
No. Or Harry, I'm afraid. It's not Harry. That would have been cool, but no.
But Jeffrem, you're getting warmer.
Is Jeffrem getting warmer?
Yeah, Harry's warmer. Not Richard.
Yeah, no, you've got a good point. No. Richard, Harry, no. Right, so these are the stats. It's a level 3 creature. You can see it's got its grappling claw. So any hit with that will grapple you. And then at the start of the round, it just squeezes whoever's got grappled. And if it hasn't moved, so you've engaged it, it can then attack with its other claw. And then on top of that, I got morale to spend with these creatures to do the special stuff. So it's a power beast, armor rating 8, which means on a 12 or more, when it gets there, when it takes damage from your weapons and stuff, it'll halve the damage. It's fantastic. These things are really hardened tanks, not huge on the damage, but they can lock you down, Harrison. They can lock you down in combat and inflict damage over that time.
I
Oh, geez,
love all their
this is
names for you. This is great.
this is wonderful. In fact, I'm going to start making notes. These are now NPCs going into the game. Hornswoggle, I like it. I like it.
But can I
Hornswoggle, are you dating someone from the Muppet Show?
I can see you using that, considering that in one game we did end up having Rogan Josh as a NPC. Oh, swallows. Yeah, yeah, we've got lots of good ones coming out.
We have
Hildebrand.
Hildebrand. I like Hildebrand.
I like that one too.
Hendrix. Nah, Hendrix would have been cool. Yeah.
That would have been cool. That would have meant you'd be named with something cool. Yes, golems, not to be confused with golems.
No, golems are completely different. Henderson, Hugo. No.
You're having way too much fun there. Focus on what you're supposed to be doing.
Well, I've done it. There we
I'm
go.
more upset. I'm more upset at this. What do you mean about
What,
treasure?
treasure?
None.
None. Well, where's it going to carry its treasure?
Well, it should have a lair somewhere. It takes shiny
we
things.
we will come on to where the layer potentially is kept. But this creature has no treasure. You kill it, you're not going to get anything good from it. It is a poison-ridden, diseased, infested body of a tormented spirit trapped in the stitched shell that has been brought back to life for revenge against its creators.
I love the names that are coming up here. We've got Henderson, Hawkeye, Haley, Horatio.
Horatio's a good one. I like it.
Hugo. Oh, I tell you this though, they're all getting a bit closer, aren't they, Dean?
A little bit closer.
Yeah, I'm going to say bad news, Bards, with Horatio. You're getting warmer. Definitely, warmer.
Yeah.
I love this. New games. We don't need to invent. We're just going to play name games. That's it. Oh, okay. And the next one. I always love fun pronouncing.
Yes, you do. It takes a little bit of practicing. Carnanium, which is a creature that carries a great load. So this is probably the closest thing we have to a layer. And this thing is just made up. You can see where the heads are. They all stitched together at the front, and they'll all kind of twist and contort together and speak almost in one voice. The multitude of legs underneath carrying this huge form, and the arms that have been stitched in around it. Normally there are creatures writhing across, sort of crawling across the body, and the arms will grab these creatures and then fling them towards any intruders. So this thing is a bloated mess, that kind of almost a command center to these golems, a thing that coordinates the efforts of the golems. You see one of these in a highly infested area, and yeah, you can imagine you will go. You can see how big a foot is there. So this thing's probably what 30, 40 feet.
Yeah, it's giant, isn't it? It's one huge. It's one of your huge creatures.
Yeah,
I like the fact that Michael thinks your middle name was Helen.
Helen? Oh God, no, or not William either. Halwell? No, that's not.
Can I just say that somebody has actually got your middle name?
Have they? Hang on.
They have.
Hang on.
Once we've gone through the art, I will circle back to it.
Ah, right.
But yes, we have definitely someone who has got your name.
Yes.
And I've just realised you can't see us.
Yeah, but if we appear on screen,
we don't need to see us.
If we appear, we can. There we go.
Oh, there you go. That's fine, isn't it? Now this one's cool. I love this one. It's one of my favourites. It's Falk's Golem.
Falks. So the Falk's golems are the ones that go out ahead of the horde, the hive, if you want, and they're the scouts. Incredibly agile. They're incredibly agile for a golem. You can imagine all these stitched pieces, coming together. These golems typically aren't very agile at all. 40-foot mass of flesh is pretty spooky. Yes, it is. When I describe this during the playtests, I had suitable expressions across the table of, "Oh my God, what have you created, and why is it here?"
It was very, very amusing. Now, I have to say that Lewis has done an absolutely sublime job of bringing all of these to life. And yeah, I can hear this clacking.
Yeah.
For some reason, I always imagine it going clack, clack, clack.
Yeah, that's when it
And
wants to be heard. They are
yeah,
incredibly stealthy, and
it
they'll
just freaks me out that
yeah.
whenever Dean has actually brought the golems into the game, they've absolutely freaked me out every single time.
Yeah.
But yes, so that's the Falc's Golem. And look, we have some statistics.
Yes. So it is a skirmisher. It is adept at parrying. So even when you get close to it, those scythe arms can easily deflect your blades to one side. Not many hit points. It's only level 2, and being a skirmisher, it doesn't have many. However, if it hits you on its turn, it can deal triple damage to you as it strikes a vital area and rips into a revealed weakness on your person, stabbing into your side, or lacerating your leg, or causing incredible damage. So these skirmishers, they are incredibly dangerous. But yeah, I like him. I really do like him. Humperdinck.
I like the fact that one Fade is joined us. So hello, Fade. We've also
Hiya,
got
Fade.
a dungeon delver in the chat.
Ooh, hello, Dungeon Delver.
But I have to say, Humperdinck. Humperdinck's well cool. Thank you very much for that one. Oh, and we have a tank ferret as well.
Oh,
hello,
fantastic. Hello, Tank Ferret. Oh, I like your little icon. I have a soft spot for pandas. I really love pandas.
He does.
I think as animals go, they're the cutest ever.
Yes, definitely. But yes, look, we have a dungeon delver. Why is it you always have 40-foot mass of flesh is what my girlfriend used to call me. Really? Really?
I know.
So yes, all hail the dungeon delver. We absolutely agree with that.
Yes.
It's so lovely to see you all in the chat tonight. But getting back on to our beautiful creatures.
Yes.
Are we going to go for the next one?
Yeah, let's go for the next one. Go on. Vastator.
Yes.
So this is a huge behemoth of a creature. So this is typically where they kill something big. So it'll be part ogre, part giant, part beast, all stitched together to create this huge monstrosity. You can even see a tail at the back. I'm going to be putting the stats together for this, and there'll be a nice random table that you roll on to see what special body part it has, giving it potentially a bit of flight, or a tail attack, or something else that it can do. And you can see the eyes kind of stitched in around it that keep looking about. So very difficult to surprise this thing. So these are the kind of real troopers when there's a siege going on, when they want to break into a settlement, a town or a village. These are the ones that just march up to the gates and begin to smash them apart, or just head towards the guard towers and reach up and just grab the guards from the tower and crush them to death. Nasty pieces of work.
Yes, and yeah, so Tank, this is Lewis. This is one of our artists. Lewis is an absolute star when it comes to this stuff, and you can see with this one, you can imagine it having eyes in the back of its head or the back of its back.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's absolutely. I just think, Brass, that this is just a sort of inkling into Dean's mind.
Yes.
Whenever we actually play with Dean, when we're running games, some of the things that he comes up with. I remember one point in the middle of Business Unusual.
Yes.
Couldn't remember what we called it then. When we were playing Business Unusual, when Dean was describing some of the eldritch creatures, he actually had us all sort of going, "Oh no, 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 no! I don't want to know. I don't want to fight it." It was, some of them were absolutely terrifying. He has such a vivid imagination. And I really count ourselves lucky that we have Lewis, who will actually bring this vision to life when we're having to describe it. He does a fantastic job translating all of our descriptions into something that breathes life and something visual into Dean's description. So he does a really good job.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Faye. Totally beautifully terrifying. But does that mean we want to see more?
I think there's
Shall we
more.
have more?
Go on.
Let's have a look. Ah, yes. So this was this was when two of them together that Lewis pulled together for us. Yes.
So we're now entering the realms of the advanced system. So the golems you've seen to this point are going to appear in the basic system, and these will be the ones that will appear in the advanced system. So of course, we got complete compatibility between the two systems. So if a creature appears in the basic, it can be used in advanced. If it appears in advanced, it can be used in basic. But these are the ones, they're going to go into the advanced system as we then build up the ranks of creatures. You've got to remember, the advanced system, you're going to have your adversaries and allies, an entire book just dedicated to these horrific creatures and threats of the world, as well as the allies that you could possibly have, including rules for using henchmen to help you on the battlefield. So yes, we haven't named them yet, but I do love it. The almost centaur-like one with the chest that just opens up and grabs you and then begins to consume you. Yes.
Yes, you know how to give me nightmares. Yes, let's do a late night stream. Let's look at our artwork. You don't need to sleep at all tonight, Vicky, because yes, this is the sort of imaginings that we have going on in this house all the time. 29 years, Dean. We have coped playing role-playing games together for 29 years.
Oh,
it was role-playing games that brought us together, and yeah. We've played since we met. So yeah, that's just bizarre, isn't it?
It is.
So long. I still feel the same way I did when I met Dean when I was in my 20s.
I know.
I'm just older and wider. And that's about it, really. Thank you, Jeffrem. Late, it's only 11:30. It's well past my bedtime, bad news bards, well past my bedtime.
Yeah, we have not been sleeping well because of the heat, and the tiredness is catching up with us, I think. So we got three more, yeah? Kind of Hydra-like golem. Pitch, with these worm heads kind of stitched into the lizard-like body. That body looks very much like a Ceroculus or something like that. So it's taken from a beast and modified. And then you've got the kind of serpent-like one up in the corner, and this long sort of weird one with this long body, wings, and this head. And that's going to be one of the most intelligent golems and a wielder of powerful magics. So a real threat on the battlefield. But that completes the golems at this point.
So Jeffrem wants to know, how intelligent are some of our golems?
So the majority of them aren't that intelligent. They're kind of below average or average intelligence. But as I said there with the one there will be a few that are very intelligent, and they will be the ones that typically, it's not a hive mind, but the more powerful, the more intelligent golems can instruct the others. And so they work as a cohesive unit. But you've got to remember this. So there's a bit of lore as to how the golems came around. And if I have it here, so in ancient times, a wizard of considerable power from the Geosis Empire lost his soulmate and sought to bring her back. He fashioned a body from stitched flesh and then pulled the soul of a recently departed into it. When the creature awoke, its torment was unbearable and its mind shattered. The experiment had failed. Undeterred, the wizard and his acolytes continued their work. They created more stitch bodies and bound more souls within them. Yet every creature was driven mad by its suffering, consumed by the desire to kill those responsible for its creation. These experiments continued until one day the laboratory fell silent. Soon after, a plague of stitched creatures descended upon the surrounding settlements, slaughtering their inhabitants and fashioning new creatures from those they captured. Their ranks grew swiftly and their domain expanded. They were given the name golems. The extreme measures were taken to halt their advance. Yet the golems persist to this day. Altered by the ashfall, they have become stronger and more resilient. Their minds now act as one, stripping the land of all life, poisoning the air, and absorbing every living thing, animal or intelligent, into their ever-growing mass. So,
as I said, being with Dean, sometimes his mind and the things he comes up with, creates the odd nightmare creature.
yes.
But I just want to pop over to the chat here because Tank has said that sleep is allegedly overrated.
Yes.
I'll tell you about that when we get some sleep. Yeah, we've not had much recently.
No.
And then I do think the Lost Law Scholar wants a Hydra Golem.
He does. He absolutely does. And we've done one for the advanced version, and it can easily be converted to the sort of basic advanced version we've got now. And I think the Hydra, the Hydra, thank you. The Hydra was a fantastic creature that inhabits the flow around Midway, and I love it. I think it's cool. Now, you all deserve some aircon.
Yes, I do think that the Lost Law Scholar, Foxy Vixen, and we will absolutely agree that we do indeed deserve some aircon.
Yes.
So it would be nice. We are going to attempt to sleep upstairs tonight, aren't we, Dean? The first night for ages. Or we're going to have to. We are definitely going to have to.
Yes, the sky's the limit with these creatures. It depends what they capture, what they can get on a regular basis as to. So you can imagine if this horde manages to take down, say, a dragon and add that dragon's body to their collective, oh geez, they would create the most monstrous thing. So there's a lot of flexibility for you to be able to create your own golems and let your nightmares be unleashed upon your players.
So, a few things before we move on. Foxy Vixen says that she doesn't sleep well because she has to wrangle 2 scholars. Yes.
That's hard.
I can imagine that being quite a challenge. Cyrus says, "Oh my God, hand covering." And Tank says that his son would absolutely love this.
Oh, good.
Jeffrem is a fan of sleep.
Yes, sleep is wonderful, Jeffrem. Sleep is.
Yes.
I miss it.
And I do think you're going to have to create a brass golem.
Yeah, I think a brass golem would be fantastic. Not the traditional kind of brass golem you would find, but something more hideous and terrifying and filled with poisoned gas and potentially hot magma.
And I have to say that Cyrus agrees with that. But on the subject of the Hydra, we have to make sure that it isn't confused with a Hydra, because those are tasty.
Delicious.
And then we've got to know whether or not our Hydra is apple, cherry, or pumpkin flavoured.
Yes. Just be careful,
what
though.
Would your flavour be?
Its innards are as hot as magma.
Yeah, made by McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a flashback to the 80s and 90s, isn't
it? They got sued pretty hard on that one.
Yeah, Fade loves our origin lore. Love forced to last plus magic is never going to end well.
No.
There are some things fate just won't tolerate. Absolutely.
Yes.
Paladin Steve is rubbing in the fact that he's going to watch his aircon whilst enjoying it. Thank you very much for that.
Thanks,
That's
Paladin.
Just showing off.
Yep.
And AGP, creativity can be scary or fun. I have monsters that would chill people's souls.
Nice. I like it. Yes.
Oh, don't you're just making me laugh. All right, so just because we haven't had Mark on for a while, but there's a hollow bride in Mr. Mera who asked her groom to change her into a creature that can prevent men from having the calling with elves. There you go. I love the fact that so many people look at great art. I love the fact that so many people in our sort of, all of our friends here have got such vivid imaginations. But I think we need to have a little look. Have we got any more of your imaginations? No, but we do have a bit of a sneak peek. Oh, God. Now we've got Nicolas Cage classic Con Air. I think we are going to shall we do the sneak peek now? What do you think? So this is a sneak peek. It's not finished. And this is actually by Paddy. He's been doing a lovely piece for us in the background.
Before we do the sneak peek, can I just talk about this? This is what we're trying to do with the lore. I don't want everything to be set in stone and give you nowhere to go when you're running the game. I want to inspire whoever's running the game to basically take what's the lore and what is there and then imagine it going forward. Imagine what it could be, bigger, better, and make it their own. So I'm really glad that you love the abominations and it's got your brain going in those areas.
I have to say, hats off to Lewis for doing such a good job of breathing life into the creatures. I do think he had fun drawing them, but the worst thing is they just kept growing, because we started off with we want one or two, and then it was like, oh, but we also want this one and this one and this one. So the poor guy, you promised to reveal the middle name after the picture show. I did, didn't I? Well, someone got it right.
Someone did. Drum roll.
Drum roll. And it was none other than the Lost Law scholar himself, with Hector.
In a previous life, I was slain by Achilles and dragged around a city 3 times.
Made to watch Odysseys.
And then made to watch Odyssey. It was terrible. No.
Well done, Jack.
Well done. It is Hector. Dean Hector.
But it was so funny because we were there in church and all you heard behind us, because we were at the front, we got into trouble because we talked all the way through the vows, didn't we? At the beginning, when everybody's singing the first hymn, we talked all the way through it and got into trouble with the vicar. Us talking through stuff, that wouldn't happen, would it, Dean?
No, not at all. Not at all.
But our vicar was lovely, and it was a beautiful day. But yes, everybody sniggering when they said Dean's second name.
Yes. Right. Shall we have a look at the sneak peek? It is time. It is time.
With this sneak peek, what we're trying to do with this particular piece is Untold Destiny is all about heroic I can't help it. I'm laughing. I'm sorry, Paladin Steve. I can't help but laugh, and I can't do buttons. Hang on. So does everybody think that Jack may have heard the story of Dean's surname before, and therefore do you think that we should change this to everyone's got to guess my middle name by the end of the stream?
No, because we've talked about yours to Jack as well. However, we can. Yes, we did.
Did we? I can't remember.
Yes, we did.
I'm old. I don't remember yesterday. Oh, Jack should have been disqualified as a contender. I think, therefore, Jack should nominate somebody, because Jack's created his Pydra, hasn't he?
He has.
Does this mean that Jack gets the honour of nominating someone to create a creature? What do you reckon, Dean? Guys, do you think that's fair? Paladin Steve, as the adjudicator in this particular piece, what do you think? Let us know.
That sounds good. Sounds good. Now, back to the sneak peek.
Oh, so yes, we wanted to bring heroism forward. So Untold Destiny is about the hero's journey. It is about supporting and defending civilization. And the piece that we described to Paddy was all about somebody standing down against something horrific. You're not going to see the horrificness. You've seen a load of our creatures. Let your imagination run wild. But what we wanted was the stalwart adventurer stood there defending the defenseless. And I have to say, I think I keep seeing lots of things just pop up on the screen all the time. It keeps sidetracking me. This is great. So I have to say he is doing a sterling job. This isn't finished yet. He's probably going to tell me off for showing it early, but I'm going to. Shall we do it now? What do you think, Dean?
Go on, go on.
So this is in progress. You can see Paddy's working really hard on this. It's going to be a fiending Dickie. Oh, these guys just know how to make me laugh midstream, don't they?
They do.
Now, you can see it's really picking up that hero defending the defenseless. But a couple of pieces of this that I want to just sort of talk about that I absolutely adore. And the first thing is have a look into the visor. Those eyes are filled with fear. And you can see that the piece actually oozes that he's standing there, he's defending the defenseless. But you look at that fear is catching. And I've zoomed in a little bit on this one. Now, this piece that if you look really closely at that sword, I think that Paddy has just done an absolutely sterling job of capturing that glimpse of something unearthly.
You can
in that sword.
just about see the jagged teeth and something glimmering in the blade. Yeah.
And, to actually go to that level of detail is just sublime. And I am so excited about this piece. I think that he's doing an amazing job. And I just wanted to show that to you because it really does bring the essence of being a hero to the forefront of Untold Destiny, doesn't it, Dean?
It does. It really does. And I love the way the armor shimmers and shines. And you just... He's got a real talent, Paddy has, and very different from Lewis, which is great because we love all the different art styles coming together here. But yeah, really well framed. Can't wait until Paddy has finished this. I know he's really busy at the moment, but when it's done, I think it'll look magnificent.
Yeah, it's really getting there, and I'm so thrilled with it. And that's what I love about all of the art that's coming together for Untold Destiny. Each piece has a special place. Each piece tells a part of the Untold Destiny story. And I love the fact this is the hero story. And Dean and I were talking about what Untold Destiny means to us. And yesterday we were really lucky and we got to spend a whole hour with Professor DM talking about his game Deathbringer, and that was great, wasn't it, Dean?
It was. You got clear passion from Professor DM when he talks about what he's created, and he's thought about the rule system, how it can work together, how it can play together, how it can allow a lot of fun around the table and be chaotic and mad and over the top. So it was great just being able to. It was hard though, an hour. We had to squeeze so much into 1 hour.
Yeah, we normally spend between 2 and 3 hours doing an indie game spotlight when we record them. And we only had an hour, so we squidged it all in. But afterwards, Dean and I were talking because, of course, we've got our own journey that we're going on with Untold Destiny. And we were like, well, what makes us different? And I would say this hero's journey is one of those things, is we are very much more, we're not sort of the grim side of things, as you call it. You call it the grim side?
Grimdark.
Grimdark.
That kind of grim. And Professor DM was grimdark.
Yeah.
You could use Untold Destiny to create a grimdark world, but naturally it kind of leans towards more of a hero-based. You're playing the heroes in a world where there is hope, that your actions will bring a better tomorrow.
So for us, we want to lean more into the hope than the sort of despair side of things. And we're definitely leaning, especially with the advanced system, more sort of long-term campaign play. So the basic system's coming on nicely. We've been really busy, haven't we, Dean?
Oh yes, very busy.
It's been ridiculous. So at the moment, we've had some feedback. So we've had some lovely feedback. And I have to say that there's nothing better than getting a decent amount of feedback, because it's helping us shape the book, the final book. So I've gone through, I've basically ranked stuff that I think that I need to tweak in the book, and I've already started working on that. So there will be, we will actually re-release the PDF. All right, so we'll let you all know when that's been done, because we're going to adjust the flow and everything just to make it flow a bit better. You know what it's like. We know our game inside and out, and sometimes we might miss something out in the flow that would make more sense. So we've had that feedback. We're feeding it now into the game. So we've been working on that. We're also working on new monsters. So Dean's brain is hard at work. One of my nightmares has made it into the game, hasn't it?
Has it?
Yes. Well, I told you it was going in, so my sand swimmer.
Oh God, yes, I remember now.
Yes.
Yes, I can't
Yes.
wait for you to put attributes and really flesh that out.
Lewis is drawing it. It went in the
Oh.
next tranche. So yeah, I had a nightmare. It was a very interesting nightmare. It made me wake up and go, "Ooh, that'd make a really cool monster for Untold Destiny." So it's going in, and I'm calling it a sand swimmer. Dean will obviously rename it and call it something that's impronounceable. So that will be coming along. We've also got the scarabs as well. So the scarabs was something I came up with. Oh, it was for one of the backgrounds of one of my characters, because I also created some spells specifically for the area in which these creatures came from. And these scarabs are basically swarm creatures, from tiny to sort of quite big, and they absolutely strip organic material, whether it's plant, whether it's human. They will get into nooks, crannies, and strip everything. So it's how the tribes in that area, it's very desert-like, actually learn to cope with it. And we had a load of lore around that. Paladin Steve's confused. Okay, Paladin Steve, since you called out the fact that Jack the Lost Lore Scholar may have had some inside information and actually, what's the phrase, Dean? Cheated. Is that the word?
No, just a very educated guess.
Oh, a very educated guess. And since you called him out, we've basically said you are now the adjudicator, and you're to get Jack the Lost Lore Scholar to nominate somebody who has joined us here tonight to create a creature, because Jack has already created the Pydra for Untold Destiny. So all of you have a word with Jack and see who he's going to nominate. I will tell him, because he might have been able to sneak off and go to bed now. I'm not sure.
It is a bit late. It is a bit late for Jack. So I wouldn't be surprised if he snuck off to get some sleep.
So if he has, right, what we're going to do is we will highlight everyone to him. We'll get him to nominate someone to join us, and we will do it live. We will create the creature with you live on a Destiny's Dispatch. How does that sound, Dean?
That sounds fantastic. Yes.
No, I'm going to. So, I've got a confession to make. I think it's actually probably more the other way round.
Yes.
You see, in every relationship, there is a putter and a dropper. And my confession to you is that Dean tends to walk around going, why are these socks lying around in the middle of the floor? And I'm like, oh, well, I took them off.
No, I've gone beyond that. I just walk around and go, socks again, and put them in the wash.
So
Vicky will sit down somewhere, think, oh, my feet need to breathe. Socks come off, and they just get dropped, and I got to put them somewhere. However, that is a healthy relationship. There was always a putter and a dropper. Now, can you imagine if there's two droppers in a relationship? That's it. You're doomed. You're both dropping. Your house will soon fill up with dirty socks, and you're going to run out of socks. And if there's two putters and they don't put stuff back in the same place, then that's a disaster too.
Yes. So the fact that, and just to demonstrate, here's one I threw. Oh gosh, it's covered in cat fur. No, I'll leave that there. Dean, there's a sock on the floor that needs washing. Wait. Yes, I'm terrible. I am absolutely terrible at just dropping my socks, aren't I, Dean?
You are. Anyway.
Ooh.
Oh, Vindicas, yeah.
Hello, Hello, Kenneth. I'm going to say Kenneth because I always say it wrong. Yes, you did.
Vindicta. I said it wrong
socks.
Again, didn't I? Yes.
Yeah, Vindicta. Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Dirty socks. So the dirty sock monster. I think
definitely. It's got to be covered in cat fur.
Yes, dirty's covered in cat fur. Do you know what? We're going to have a think about that, but I'm sure something can be conjured for.
Ooh, definitely. But yes, I would like to say that I would be the one responsible for capturing Dean's unwashed socks, but it is absolutely the opposite. He keeps me on the straight and narrow, guys, I have to say.
Yeah.
Looks after me. So what was I rabbiting on about before I got distracted by socks?
I have no idea.
Neither do I. So what I am going to talk about is some more of our plans. So we're also creating a quick reference. Now you see, this is me experimenting, right? So you all want a quick reference guide. So I'm experimenting at the moment and I'm doing things and trying different sizes and playing around. So I call it trying to learn graphic design. It's been quite interesting. And Dean's like, oh, I can't read that. So I'm having to go through learning all the different sizes and everything, but I'm really enjoying it. So I'm doing that in between things. Dean, you're busy creating creatures at the moment, ready for the creature compendium for
converting
basic.
And then creating creatures so that we can start when we're ready to put them into the layouts. And that's going okay. And then I'm going to be turning my eye to the GMA and starting to write down all the advice of using Untold Destiny or any of the mechanics within your own homebrew worlds and going through that. So yes, there's a lot ahead of us. When Vicky's done the flow, so we're changing the flow slightly. I think that's where we got.
That's what I was talking about, wasn't it? Yeah.
We're changing the flow of the narrative through the rules, just to make it a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more sense. I think we might remove some of the duplication we got in there. But once that's done, the first level taster rules will be updated to that new flow. And then will be republished. I say republished, they'll just be updated on drive-through. You'll get a nice email from me that will explain it's all been updated, and you can download the 5 minutes until you can download the updated version. What I will also be putting up on drive-through is what we're going to be calling fantasy races. And it's a small little document that will contain standard fantasy races. Should your homebrew world use those, and you wish to know how they would exist within Untold Destiny. So it would have your classic gnome, your classic halfling, your elf, your half-elf. We're having the human, the dwarf. I'm looking at potentially even doing some of the sub races that they had, but to effectively give you the basic races that you would have in other classic roleplay games. So if you want to use them in your own homebrew world, you can do so and see how that works out. So yeah, it's a lot of work.
So the other thing that we promised was that we don't want to do, so we've got basic edition coming out, then we've got advanced edition coming out. So 13th of October is when the backer kit for the basic goes live. Then what we're planning to do is next year, we are going to do we're going to finish off the 3 books that we're writing for Advanced. So that's going to be the Advanced Players, it's going to be the Games Masters Grimoire, and Adversaries and Allies. And as Dean said, anything in Adversaries and Allies that we put out for Advanced Edition will be backwards compatible with Basic. So anything that you get with Basic can also be used with Advanced. So you've got a lovely get up and start rolling with Untold Destiny in October, leading into next year when we do Advanced. And you're not going to waste anything because it is all backwards and forwards compatible.
Yeah, that way you decide what level of complexity you want around your table, and any of the source books that we have, you can buy, and it will work with both versions. So you can really tailor the game to how you want to play around that table. In-depth characters that take a considerable amount of time to play, but create more immersive characters. Fantastic advance for you. Something that's quick, simple, easy, quick character creation. Get straight into the game because you haven't got much time, or you just want to do some dungeon delving, or something a bit more lighthearted. Then the basic edition is perfect for that too.
And I just want to answer AGP. We have not got a half elf in our system. Basically, because of the background to how all of our races came along. Essentially, the human genome breeds true. So if a human goes with an elf, you will get a human because that is the dominant gene pool.
Yeah.
So essentially, where you've got your races, if they end up, and they tend to keep to themselves. So different races tend to stay true to each other. But where they do, human every time. There is no single half race within Untold Destiny. So AGP, you may have half elves in your system, but
no, but I think he was referencing where we mentioned half elves in our classic races.
Your classic ones,
the classic race. So there will be a half elf in there, because I think AGP. Correct me if I'm not if I'm wrong. You don't have half elves either, I believe. It'd be interesting to know what you've got. But in the classic races for, so your kind of standard races that you've got from classic roleplay systems, the half elf will be represented in there. So if you do want to have half elves in your game, you've got the rules, or rather the race itself there.
So this is where, and I'm glad that you've asked this question, Jeffrey, because what we'll be doing in the players, there'll be the map that we've already shown you for the Harbour Protectorate. We'll be giving you enough stuff for all your starting areas that will be contained within the player's guide. So next year the Advanced comes out. Then we're aiming, thank you, Bad News Birds. Then we're aiming for the next year. So we're talking about 27 for the 3 books. Then 28, we are looking at doing what we're calling the Kaseya Campaign Guide, Volume 1. Now, we've already mentioned as part of our world building just how big a world we've got. And you saw that we had like this tiny bit that we've actually, which is 625,000 square miles of real estate to play with for launch. Then what we're doing is the Kaseya Campaign Guide will cover that in great detail and the surrounding area. And that will be Volume 1. Now, this is where every time I'm talking about the roadmap for Untold Destiny, we're not then looking at doing an advanced 2nd edition or anything like that. We're aiming at then just building up the world of Kaseya further and basically doing additional volumes plus the adventures that we're going to be doing to go with Untold Destiny. So those are the roadmaps we're going. When we've written the books, the actual Untold Destiny, we're not planning on changing. Now, we were talking about it earlier today because, of course, we've also got the science fiction version, which actually takes place in our timeline before the fantasy version of Untold Destiny. And we were looking at trying to do that for 29, but we think that that's probably putting a bit too much pressure on us. There is only 2 of us. There's just Dean and me. And so what we're doing is we're going to aim, I think, for 2030 for the sci-fi version. Now that will have some slight. It's disappearing.
Yeah, because can you hear that?
Yes, you're being called, are you?
I'm being called. There we go. Come on, Lily.
So what we're looking at doing is 2030 will be when we launch the science fiction version, and that's even better because that's going to give you a whole universe to play in. As I said, we've been building this for a long time, and we've done an awful lot of world building, and there'll be plenty for you to use. And then from that point on, it's fleshing. And then basically from that point on, it is fleshing out new adventures, additional worlds, and fleshing out Kaseya. So we'll have those two streams going side by side. And that's what we're planning. I don't know what's happening with Dean right now.
I think he's being catted. The cat is being very demanding right now. But carry on, Vicky, carry on.
I can see you like. So yes. So all of this is going to mean that we have a nice thorough pipeline, and this is our aim, to take us well into retirement and just keep us writing. But we are not planning to do second edition or third edition or anything like that. There is going to be basic edition, advanced edition, and then Until Destiny Sci-Fi, which we called Until Destiny Origins, did we not, Dean?
We did, yes, because it's the origin of how all of this starts, and it'll use the same mechanics, but there will be a lot of differences. So, for example, magic heavily toned down, because you're at the infancy of understanding how magic works. So you'll have your elementalists and stuff like that. So it's a lot more focused and a lot more raw. But at the same time, you're going to have access to a lot more gear and a lot more weaponry and stuff like this. And this is where the game will be radically different. And of course, space travel will be part of it and stuff like that. Exploring the lost singularity gates and trying to uncover some of the worlds that got lost during the Shadow Epoch to raid them of their riches. So yeah, it's a whole different style of game. Yeah, it's going to feel familiar, but be very different.
And yes, there will be modern weapons within it.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the sci-fi, there will be modern weapons, and we will be covering all of that. But as I said, that in itself will be sort of almost a separate stream. So it'll be in the Untold Destiny universe, but it will be very much the sci-fi. But that will now be 2030. So we are on track for the adventure at the end of August. So that did take a bit of a backseat, just because I think of overtiredness, doing too much.
Yeah.
And we both got a little bit overwhelmed and exhausted, I think is the fair way to say about it. And we just wanted to make sure it was right, and I wasn't happy. So we're still going through the editing of that. It's on track for the end of August, and I can't wait to share it with you. Dean's got some lovely maps. All of that will be available. And again, it's going to be free to download from drive-thru. We will be asking for feedback, because we want to have, this is, if you like, the first part of an adventure module. So we will be setting out the rest of the adventure module. So any sort of feedback, so that we can make it as best as it can be, will always be appreciated. And of course, as well as all of that, we've got to get the backer kit up and running. We've got a base landing page there now. It's basic at the moment, but we will be fleshing that out now over the next
we got to make
few
it look
months.
Pretty and informative. So yes, there's a lot of work to do there, and then a lot more as we come towards the launch of the backer kit. So and we're going to start once we've done that, we're going to start to push people towards backer kit to get them following the project. And yeah, there's a lot to be done. However, with your support, we know we can do it, and it's been fantastic. Just seeing all of this come together and take life, and to have the first level taste rules out there and people downloading it, and already getting some feedback, and now we're just going to keep building on that. So it's exciting times, And as tired as we are, I'm sure with a little bit more rest, we can get straight back at it, and we can hit all of our targets.
But talking about resting, tomorrow night you are on Talking in the Library with Jack the Lost Law Scholar.
I am. Apparently, we're creating something, a world or something. Yes.
So that's going to be very excited. And then I believe it's midnight our time.
I believe it's midnight.
We are joining Grim and also Professor DM with the Eclectic Goat.
Yes, and
so that's good. The critical role effect, I believe, we're going to be discussing. What are you looking at now?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that into the chat.
Yay!
So that's what we're going to be on midnight tomorrow, 24 hours time. So yes, we're not getting much sleep, but
who needs sleep? Sleep is for losers.
Vicky's got a couple of days off, so we'll be able to have a lie-in, which is fantastic. But we're excited about that. Appearing alongside Grim, the Eclectic Goat, and Professor DM to talk about the critical role effect. So I think that's going to be some really great discussions and insights into that.
Have we got anything Thursday night, Dean?
Thursday night is free, but what's happening on Friday night? Friday night,
I'm going to let Dean rest.
I am.
And instead of Dean going on to Legion of Myth, I'm going on to Legion of Myth. So I'm going to be staying up all night Friday to have some amazing discussions with Legion of Myth. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's quite exciting for me. I've been on Legion of Myth once before, so this is going to be my second time on Legion of Myth. So that's going to be great. And I believe we've got Driving and Dragons and Bear on. So we're going to have lots of good conversation there. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I think we get to stay in bed a bit on Saturday morning.
I think we do. I'm going to just put the Legion of Myth live stream in there.
Fantastic. And yes, while you're at it, put in Jack the Lost Law Scholar and his tittle.
If he's got his tittle already up, I can do that. Let me have a look. If he hasn't, I think he has. Birth of a World. Let's share that with you lot as well. So there's a lot happening at the moment. Your support is, as always, appreciated. But for Friday, Vicky, she's going to be on her own, Legion of Myth. So make sure that she has
to get
all
into
the support
trouble?
she can get.
You can guarantee I'm going to get into trouble. It's going to be good
you'll
fun.
be fine. Just keep your head down. Let Bear and Archmaster have their usual. And
it's not Archmaster.
It's no, it's not. It's
not
Daniel.
It's Daniel. It's Driving and Dragons.
Driving and Dragons. So that's going to be fantastic. So yeah,
that's going to be really good fun. But as everything is so mental and we're both exceedingly tired and we've not had much sleep, we are going to probably call it to a close tonight. But I want to give you we've already got everything ready for next week. What are we doing next week, Dean?
I have no idea because it's on our exit thing, and I
he can't remember what we're doing next week, guys.
Something about indies, isn't it?
Yeah. So a while ago, must have been it was back in March, I think it was. It might have been earlier than that. One Sunday morning, I got a bit uppity, didn't I? I got very uppity because everybody was going on about, I think it was Elon taking over Dungeons and Dragons. And I was like, no, indie's where it's at. And then I started saying, Dean and I have been doing indie game spotlight. Now, how do we actually define an indie? And that led one thing to another. And we ended up having some fantastic conversations on X. And the Eclectic Goat brought ourselves, Grim, and Professor DM together to talk about how we define an indie. And we had a really good chat about it, didn't we, Dean?
We did, yeah. That was a good stream. We explored a lot of what it meant to be an indie, and yeah, it was good.
So what we're going to do next week you can call it if you're tired, just don't call it Hector. Everyone in the back will laugh. So So what we're going to do next week, guys, is we're actually going to tell you how we define indie. So we've actually worked on a definition of how we define indie, but also have a sort of deep dive into why we're doing what we're doing with indie games. So it's not just about Untold Destiny, it's about all of the other indie creators out there. We're going to do a bit more of a deep dive into the reasons why. We're going to have a look, we're going to have a sort of wider look at the indie game sort of arena that's out there, and have a look at a few of the bits and pieces, such as how much of a slice of the pie do the indie games actually get? Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at what's out there. Let's have a look how much the big players eat of this giant pie and how much the indies get, and sort of have a really good open discussion about that. Now, I am going to say to you guys, if somebody would like to join us as a guest to talk about indie games, then drop me a DM, drop me a note, and you are more than welcome, the more the merrier, to come and have a discussion on this with us. We will take you through our definition, but you might find that some people will disagree with us. So it was quite interesting that we actually managed to change Professor DM's mind on what is an indie.
Yes.
Because it is very difficult to define, isn't it, Dean?
It's more difficult. It's not as simple as saying if they're incorporated, they're not an indie, because there are so many shades of grey, and I don't want to take away from what we're going to be talking about and how we're going to be talking about what we believe defines an indie. So yeah, it was an interesting discussion. It helped us form our opinion on it. And I'm looking forward to sharing that. I'm also looking forward, if any of you have, you think your ideas it would be valuable, would add to the conversation, yeah, drop either me or Vicky a DM. Let us know, and we can have you on the show to take part in that discussion. And the more the merrier. So looking forward, really looking forward to next week.
It is going to be fun. But in the meantime, because Dean and I have had virtually no sleep now for about 6 weeks, we are going to love you and leave you. But you know what's on next week. It is going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. There is so much that we can get into on this particular topic. And as always, I am going to get Dean to pull up some stats. We know you love a good graph. I think we're going to have a pie chart, at least one pie chart, Dean. I'm challenging you, a minimum of one pie chart.
We may even have a Venn diagram.
A Venn diagram. Oh, the joy. I love Venn diagrams. So there you go. We're going to do all of that next week. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us this week.
Thank you.
We absolutely appreciate it. And for us this week, with it being our anniversary, we just wanted to celebrate it with you guys, our friends, and thank you for making it really special and listening to me get all gushy about when we met.
And as Tank Ferret says, smash that like button, and stay magnificent, everyone.
Thank you, and we do appreciate all of you. So with that, it's good night from you, isn't it, Dean?
It is good night from me, and is it good night from you?
And it's good night from me. So thank you, guys.
Good night.